All right, now. I'm good.
All right. So before we fire up the actual podcast, hopefully everyone can hear us right on cue this time as opposed to 17 minutes in last time, thanks to your AV guy.
You put a lot of work into this.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
That's the goal. That's the goal, except for my 480p camera I've got on mine. But otherwise, it's pretty good.
Well,
we'll rectify that next week.
I'm grateful for it.
Can we get someone in the chat to just type something in if you can hear us, just to make sure?
We will not proceed with this podcast.
We will not.
We hear from you.
I also think that this other camera adds like 40 pounds to my face.
It's like the profile pictures that print out on our new badges at work.
Oh, I didn't sign up for mine. I clicked that button. The email I probably got 100 times, and every time I reported it as phishing. Yeah. I'm like, I will not be a part of this. And then finally my clinic manager is like, you need to get a new badge. My photos from like, when did I graduate? 2013.
Oh, so when you were 17?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Thanks, Ismail.
All right. So I think we're all good to go on this end.
Okay.
On my end, we're rolling.
Let's go. Will be the last product to come back down to
as far as price crashing back to earth.
Crashing back to earth for the product.
Why?
There's just so much demand for flawless. The RPAs are such a big deal in these products. They've really established them as the premier basketball product.
Right.
It'll be interesting to see what happens in just a year or two when Panini loses that license and what product becomes the new premium brand must have.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to watch. Yeah. You know, I mean, flawless is still game worn by some miracle, so that's part of the delay.
Yes.
Right?
And that you have to give them a ton of credit for. That's a big one for me in a time when they just will screw the living hell out of you with those patches.
I don't want to be too cynical on this. Do we need to praise them for something they should be doing in the first place?
Touche. No, that's a great point. And that shows how they have beaten the consumer down.
Yes.
Into, yes, sir, may I have another?
Now, with what you're saying, though, with what you're both saying, the product inside of here is pretty nice.
Yeah.
There's some good stuff just as we advance here and show some of these cards over on the YouTube. Some of the stuff does look pretty good.
I agree. I like the Luka Logo Man patch auto. Looks great.
Mm-hmm.
I've also noticed that some of the color schemes, you know, the flawless, they're going to showcase their real low number, their 101s. And that blue from their 101s really blends well with the Mavs and other blue teams. But then they remind us, like with some of these photos, they have star swatch signatures, shade and sharp, and it's a green parallel. And like he's on the Trailblazers, who are red and white and black.
Just hideous. Yeah.
It looks awful. Like I don't know that I'd pay more than a few bucks for that card. But when they do look good, they look great. These flawless cards. What do you think, Timmy?
Yeah, the Star Swatch patch autos are some of my favorite because they're large patches, and then just really accentuated by the fact that the auto is on card.
Yes.
I think they came up with a few too many, I don't know, card series, you know, like drafts, you know.
Insert sets.
Why do I care? Yeah.
This checklist is very, very long. If you go through and download the entire Excel sheet, it is massive. And there are many different sets and things there, but some of them I do think look pretty good. And you're going to there is an emphasis on rookies. There is an emphasis on garbage players. Like if you pull up the Utah Jazz.
Oh, no.
I mean, they've got Fontecchio.
They've got the Bear.
They've got Mike Conley. And not because he's a bad player, just he's not a jazz man.
Right.
Hasn't been a jazz man in a while.
No.
And then they've got one other guy that they traded away this year.
Oh,
and it's just, that part can be a little bit brutal. But
yeah,
some of the bigger name players are in the 1-of-1s or 1 out of 5 insert sets, which do make for a pretty good chase. You get LeBron, you get Steph, and you get some of these championship cards that look pretty good too.
Yeah. To your point, a week or two ago, Chad, they missed the mark on the triple logo, man. This year it's Paolo Banchero, Jason Banchero, Jalen Williams, and Benedict
Mathurin.
Thank you. I can't read at that level, or how small the graphic was.
I just can't read at that level, so that's okay.
Yeah, that too. You screwed it up. And to our point a week or two ago, why aren't you going after the established names in the sport and making the chase card of the established names in the sport? You will never hit on 3 rookies that people are going to say, yeah, I have to have all 3 of those rookies.
No, it's like a 3-leg parlay, right? You're going to miss on the last leg.
Right.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
From 3 distinct teams. And so it's like, okay, pull up 3 legends and give us 3 logo mans from them.
Is the last time that something iconic like that happened for a key card, Dr. J, Magic, Larry Bird?
I think so. That's exactly what was in my mind.
I mean, aside from some of those collector's choice cards from the 90s that, they were millions of them printed. Yeah. Is that the last big one? I'm sure there's others, but that's the one that comes to mind for me.
You had bought a while back Dwayne Wade's.
Oh, yes.
Was in a trio.
Yes, there was also Bosch and LeBron with that. So that was a bigger one too.
Yeah.
That's closer. But yeah, you got to do something better with this. If it's going to be your chase card, you've got the best product for basketball out there. Make it something worth talking about.
I agree. Better. Yep.
I just think, there's off the air. I was telling you guys that I think 2 of these 3 could be no names in about 5 years.
Now, what do you think about this finals here? Scroll back, Ricky. We don't have it on the YouTube page here, but the finals diamond card. What do you think about that? I mean, it's just a bunch of diamonds with a pretty cool logo.
Yeah.
Tim, I definitely want you to be thinking about your Trae Young, but
I hate it.
What do you think about it?
I hate it. I think it's so stupid. There's no player that I collect. There's no team I collect. There's barely a league I follow, and their championship logo. And I just find it so insulting. Maybe it's me and my preference. Diamonds or rubies in a card, they just don't belong. Like, they're kind of cool to see when you happen to come across one here and there.
Sure.
But they're never anything I'm going to go out of my way and be like, I have to have that. Or if I hit something like this I cannot sell this. I have to hold on to this forever. Mm-hmm. There's no personal connection. Nothing to bond over, if you will. Yeah, here's some diamonds in a piece of cardboard.
Manufactured diamonds, really tiny manufactured diamonds. Do you think Panini's just overestimated how valuable that comes across as seeming?
Yeah, I think so. I think that it was one of their signatures, right, of their brand. That was like something that set them apart. Hey, we're the ones throwing these diamonds and rubies in these cards.
It was such a big deal. Sorry to cut in front of you, but it was such a big deal in 2012, I think, when this started. Was it 2012? 2012, 2013. Sorry, remember, our mutual friend Tatsu, we started working at the same clinic. It's a big deal then.
Yeah.
I'm
really shocked.
Never mind.
The term to use diamonds. I think that's what he's.
Did I miss?
No. It was great. I was impressed. Yeah, it was smooth.
Well, these cards have lost their mustard, and
that's what I'm looking for.
The bottom line is, I'm shocked it took him this long for it to fade away. I understand the hype, right? In 2012. Oh my God, you're telling me you're going to put a card with an actual diamond in it? I have to see this. I have to get it, right?
Yeah.
But like, once we've seen them, it's like, how did we let this go on for 12 more years?
What's worse, a diamond or a relic patch?
Game used or not game used?
Not game used. Yeah.
Oh, diamond, easily more valuable.
So the relic's worse.
If it's not game used, yeah.
Yeah.
Player worn? No, yeah.
That doesn't exist.
But
either.
if the players so much is like, I don't even care if the player put on 50 versions of that jersey, like we saw videos.
Remember? Yes. That's Mark Ingram.
Yes.
Yeah.
I still would
Classic.
take that over a diamond card.
Fair. Yeah.
But where they're going to Fanatics and saying, hey, let's buy a jersey off the rack and throw it in a card, I'll take the diamonds. But I'm not happy about it.
Sure.
Now, what do you think about the first off the line guaranteed 1-of-1s with Bill Russell and the honored like number 6 patch that players wore? I mean, he's paired with random vets like, Marcus Smart and Jimmy Butler, obviously players you associate with Bill Russell, right?
Now that's cooler. That is a bit more in my wheelhouse, right? Because it has, a player, someone to collect, someone to connect with. I need to have my Bill Russell card. I can get behind that so much easier than just an NBA Finals card. What?
It's weird. Yeah.
But they always do that, and someone always buys those cards.
Yeah.
I do think that there is a way to go about this. These cards are so clean. They are on card. You get nice patches that are game used.
Right.
Go find a player that you like and buy the card individually. I
100%.
certainly wouldn't recommend ripping briefcases. If you have that money, that's awesome. Let us watch. But I could see myself, at least in football, where I find myself collecting more right now as I'm still bitter about the Jazz, going out and buying individual cards like this.
No, I agree.
Maybe not the diamonds, but the patch autos.
Well, and I'd be curious. Get at us at our Instagram at packtothefuturepodcast. And has anyone ever tried to? I'm sure that someone has, but have any of our listeners tried to collect like the full base set?
Oh gosh,
that had to be a straight eBay.
Oh gosh,
that has to be straight eBay. Yeah. But like, I don't know. Maybe it's easier than we think. If it's just the base cards.
There's so many. There's so many.
There are. I just want to hear. Tell me.
I guess the base is 100 cards, and then you got the legends, you got the all-stars, and like all these inserts that you talked about. But
has anyone tried to collect any type of insert or set for this card? Get at us. Because I want to see photos.
I don't think our inbox will be flooded with that.
Probably
so
not.
That's manageable. I like that.
But you never know. There's got to be someone out there.
Yes.
Speaking of our inboxes, I have stayed so far with the new PlayStation username at pttfricky. Get at me, add me as a friend. Nabrolian is trying to negotiate to add me as a friend on this thing.
What's there to negotiate?
Yeah, what's he negotiating?
He said, well, man, I don't play wrestling and I don't play baseball or football or any of the popular sports. I play Call of Duty and, I don't know, Knight's Cry Quest 3. Yeah. I had never heard of it in my life. He'll have to get me. And so I was like, well, great, man. Add me and we can make this happen. And he gives me the thumbs up. To date, I don't think he has added me. I think he's still waiting for me to get in on his games. But I am. I'm going to download Call of Duty. I'm going to download Cryfest 3 or whatever it is. And we're going to game on his games too. We're going to create a whole group. We're going to get that damn Royal Rumble going online.
Yes.
But I just want to talk to the listener that has not reached out to us. Yes, you. Talking to you. Reach out to me. Add me on PlayStation at pttfricky. I'm not going to bite. There's no fees. I'm not going to yell at you or wake you up at 2 a.m. for a Money in the Bank briefcase championship match. I might do that. But all the other stuff, we're super nice. So this is your opportunity. I know that when shows I listen to all the time would mention they're on like PlayStation or some other social media, I was always really nervous to reach out. So reach out to us. Add me on PlayStation. I'm trying to get my crew together. All right. That's all I had.
Maybe I will this weekend.
Yes. We've got a pretty big weekend.
We've got a huge weekend
planned. So if we don't get to it this weekend, next weekend will suffice.
Yes.
But Chad, you had a clip.
Yeah, I found something on Instagram this week that I want to share with you guys and get your opinion on.
Yeah.
Tim, I have already shared it with. Let's see if I can make this work here over on the YouTube. As soon as I get it pulled up, I'll talk to you guys. So it's in Major League Baseball snacks.
All right.
Start, bench, cut.
All right.
And I want to play this game.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 3 items up here. We have from the Kansas City Royals, the Back to Blue Burger, which is a very stacked burger in a blue bun.
I was just going to ask that blue bun.
We have a Campfire Milkshake from the Chicago White Sox.
Who just got swept by the Tigers, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, they are a dumpster. It should be a dumpster fire milkshake. Am I right?
Yeah.
Little flambe.
And then lastly, we have the Rainbow Cookie Egg Roll from the Mets, which I have no idea what that is.
It's an abomination.
So start bench cut. Ricky?
Okay, I am starting. Fuck. I didn't say it. I didn't say it. I did not say it. I am dreading having to say this, but the White Sox shake is getting started.
Yeah,
there you go.
I'll second that.
I am sitting the burger. The blue buns are just not sitting right.
Yeah, I don't need that.
And then we'll cut the rainbow sushi.
That's the Rainbow Cookie Egg Roll.
Oh, that too.
I mean, you can fry a lot of things, but why fry a cookie or 3 cookies that are the color of some country?
I did have a deep fried Oreo at Met Stadium.
Yeah, so maybe that's why they went with that.
Maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
it was okay. It was really sweet, and I don't know.
Yeah, it's just a summer fair food, right? Deep fried cookie.
Yeah.
So what do you got, Tim? You're starting the milkshake.
Yeah, no, I agree with Ricky, I think. Sit the burger. The fried cookie abomination, just cut it. Just no. Blue, though, I think in food psychology is one of the least appetite-inducing colors, or like actively revolting colors when you look at it. So that's why you'll never see food served on a blue plate, for example. And then anytime you eat something blue, like I ate some blue Airheads this last week.
Yeah,
tongue stayed blue for like 6 hours of patient care, and probably should have brushed my teeth in the middle of a shift.
This is only for our local listeners. Tim, you are aware that there was a restaurant here for over 20 years called the Blue Plate Diner?
Yeah, but they didn't use blue plates.
Are you sure?
Is that true? Did you ever actually go there?
I did. The one on 21st South. And, yeah.
All right. You can at least tell us where it is.
Yeah, all right. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me throw a wrinkle in this.
Okay. I'm positive Tim would have chosen the cookie wrap. I was positive.
No.
You are going to start the Rainbow Cookie Egg Roll.
What?
You're going to bench the milkshake, and you're cutting the blue burger. No one wants a blue burger. No one cares about the Royals. It doesn't matter. They're irrelevant. There's one color blue. It's Dodger blue. No one associates blue with Kansas City.
Oh,
wow.
Here's what you're going to do with the cookie. You're going to eat half that cookie as a starter.
Okay.
And then off the bench, you're bringing in that milkshake, and you are dunking the cookie in the milkshake.
You might be onto something
for
here.
A grand finale.
Too much sugar. Need some fries.
You might be onto something with the dessert and where they should be. I think that the Big Tort Kansas City Dan would have a huge issue with blue only being a Dodger color.
Dodger blue. It's the only blue.
And for the record, his nickname really is not meant to be used unless it's used in full. The Big Tort Kansas City Dan. It's not just the Big Tort, and it's not just Kansas City Dan. It's all or nothing.
Okay, that's a mouthful.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Well, he's a regal guy.
Yeah, he is.
So, that was start bench cut.
Oh man, yeah, I think Chad's onto something because he was thinking about. With me, I got that blue burger on the bench. You think I'm ever going to that bench? No,
that's
that
a good
shakes
point.
Pitch until his arm falls off.
Or he gets the runs from too much sugar.
It could be it.
Exactly.
I did have a couple other things for this week to show, though.
Please.
I think, Tim, did I leave my stack over there for the Pat Cam?
Yeah.
I wonder if we can get that Pat Cam going here. Let me do some things.
For sure.
So the missus this week got me a little box of Select basketball from Target. Believe it or not, she said that she was thinking about what to get me for quite some time, and picked Select. So I ripped it. I really like the look of Select. I hate that there's retail because it is so mass produced and the cards aren't worth much at all.
Yeah,
they really aren't.
They really aren't. Tim, do you want to show a couple of those up there for the YouTube customers?
Yeah.
The very, very first card I hit is the one that you had commented on. Yeah, show that one.
Check.
Yep. So these are blue out of this blaster. And let's see if we can pull this up on here. Let's do this a little differently. So the blue with retail, like it looks okay, but I really like the design of the card.
Yeah.
The background of Chet is just black. I mean, the blue matches his jersey. It is his rookie card, but it's just not worth anything.
Okay, so I have to ask you a question. My wife also got me Select baseball from yeah. we're not gonna.
There are some fans of Select baseball.
Yeah.
I got a couple.
Sure?
I got a couple Tigers cards. Good job, honey. I love you. But every single card was marked as Prism on the back. Every single card.
Really?
That's just not accurate, right?
Check out that card that we're not showing on screen there. Yeah, that one there.
There's no Prism on that.
I'm telling you, these cards, even the most base, I still have them. I'll snap photos or bring them in next week. And every single card, like, and I don't know if it was like that they were all blue, like the color parallel type thing, or what was going on. But it's the weirdest damn thing I've ever seen. Some were clearly silvers and others clearly not, but all marked.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, right?
It's baseball.
It's Panini. Like, it's just Panini and they just don't care.
No.
But it was fun to open up some packs. First time I've done that in a while since the WWE Revolution box you got me. And speaking of which, I mentioned this, I think a week or two ago. I did get a mail day this week. Tim, let's go ahead and show the WWE card that should be on there on the bottom, which is a Revolution 2023 Galactic of who is going to be the new world champion. I forget what the name of this belt is.
Universal or World Heavyweight Champion.
Is it the World Heavyweight Champion? Drew McIntyre.
Yes.
Who is going to defeat Seth Rollins in WrestleMania.
One might be the WWE Championship and one might be.
I know, I forget. They created this one. But anyway, it was a Galactic and it was well under $50. Well under it.
They did not create it. Do you know where that came from?
No.
That was the old WCW champion.
Oh, get out of here.
I swear to God. They brought over, that's how we
ended up. Did it come with Ric Flair? Or?
Back in the day.
No, I did it?
No, but when they joined, they still kept up the storyline that WCW was a separate entity.
Oh, no kidding.
And Shane McMahon bought WCW and went to war with Vince McMahon and WWE. It's fantastic.
That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing.
Sorry.
But I'm still loving on these wrestling cards, and I still think that there's opportunity. For me, I'm enjoying this a ton. My guys can't get traded.
Yes.
Right? And so that's nice. I do like to collect some of the vet guys. I am just having a blast collecting these Revolutions, so that was a nice one.
We might need to do some wrestling eBay shopping on Sunday.
Yes.
What do you guys call it? You guys used to call it second.
Yeah, Wednesday eBay shopping.
Yeah, so you feck on Friday, you sec on Saturday, you
get wet on Wednesday.
You get wet on Wednesday. So what is that? Wednesday evening and trades? Trades? Is that what you do on Wednesday?
Sure. Yeah, make it a trade night.
Today is Wednesday. Dude, I didn't bring anything for trade. Next time we do a show,
I have a Peyton Manning for you.
No, we are going to do this for people. The next time that we do this live stream on Wednesday, which is when we're recording, we're going to do trade night. It's going to be wet.
Done.
It's Wednesday evening trades after the show. We record the podcast. We do trade night.
What?
You're assuming I have cards to trade.
I'll trade you a panda for cash.
Just bring some items from your house.
All right. Yeah. I'll bring a fork.
Yeah. There you go.
For the dessert.
Something a little bit better than a fork, like a TV.
Oh, yeah. I got one of those too.
So anyway, those were my pickups for the week.
Okay. Excellent.
I do have one coming in from the UK in a week or two that I'm very, very excited to show people.
Oh, yes. I know.
It is ungraded. And I got it for a steal on the buy it now.
Yes.
As long as it comes in the condition that it shows, it will be going straight to PSA, and it is definitely going in my PC. And maybe, just maybe, it'll go very nicely here in our studio.
I think it might.
Just a little teaser there of what that card may be.
It's an unlicensed wrestling card.
Yes. You nailed it.
Yep.
One last thing, I'm sorry.
No, please.
Also a little mail day and a little plug here.
Aha.
My BCF came in the mail this week. A Victor Wembanyama Silver Prism on the cover.
Yeah.
Beautiful art by our design guy.
It's a little off-centered.
It's Prism, man. This wasn't our design guy.
I love that. Like it looks like the silver. It's caught. The cover's caught the silver prism.
That is pretty cool.
Black Griffin Cards designs this. He does an excellent job. Like everything in here is just visually very appealing. And of course, it comes in the sleeve, just like your card would. Have you guys ripped open the inside of one of these things?
You want me to show you?
Oh my gosh. The work that goes into this, you guys would.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. The content that gets curated every week.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even the articles that are written, as you're mentioning, Tim, are just beautiful. So look at this centerfold of Victor and all of his top cards that he has had so far.
I think that's a little sticky already.
It is definitely worth the price. And this thing gets delivered to your front door every single week.
And these are
every single month.
These are poster quality images. Like the kind, whatever you reminded me when you opened that main page with the Wembanyama cards. Remember when like the Sports Illustrated would have the tear out poster that you could put on your wall?
Yeah.
That's what it looked like. I mean, these are super high end quality images, and it's really more than the images. That's not even my favorite part. My favorite part is the writing. The articles in this magazine will give you a new spin and new look on some of all these cards that you've grown up collecting and thought you knew so well. Yeah. So definitely give them.
We have a ton of fun with it. bcfmag.com. If you want to check it out, get a subscription by an individual issue or a past issue, go check them out. bcfmag.com.
Yeah. Well, Timmy.
Yep.
How's your bracket?
I didn't do one this year.
He does a financial bracket.
Yeah, you did one. It was a one player, you in Las Vegas bracket.
Yeah, it was a little rough picking the right games this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
any mail days for you this week, Tim?
No, I mean there's an anticipated mail day though.
Oh really?
You want to tease that?
I may have unretired from Raz.
Ricky and I happened to be at an escape room at the time that you sent this. And we just both look at each other and we're like, so I guess Tim's razzing again.
And I said,
I have all the questions. How long have you been razzing?
No, I mean, that was maybe like the third. So what these are flash lines, right? And so they're very, very tempting, but I don't enter very many of them because the odds are quite long, like you saw, for what I want. But basically, you get one item that gets listed, and every spot is $1. You can get as many spots as you want. Like the line is open for 60 minutes, and people can just keep buying spots until the timer is done. So the card might go for under its current value. The item might go for more. Usually it's more, and they take like this disgusting cut off the top for running these lines, and then the owner of the said item actually gets the rest. So I mean, like a $1,000 card I've seen go for like $3,000. I mean, it's a gross format.
Is this where the guy tried to sell his car?
he should have done this format. No, but so I bought 50 spots into something that caught my eye, which was 3 boxes of Upper Deck Series 2 hockey. I had gone to our local card shop itching to at least buy one box. Like the curiosity is just there. I'm going to hit that $1 million bounty, damn it.
He's got the itch back for cards.
Yeah, yes! I know.
And you're going to hit that Connor McDavid. It's going to be game over.
Dude, I'm opening it live on YouTube here next week.
Yes! Yes! Yeah! Hey, that's news to us. We like that.
Yeah. But that was impressive value. I spent $50 for my 50 spots out of what ended up being about 1,000-ish spots. So
that's pretty incredible.
$50 for 3 boxes that are going for about $300 each right now.
Dude, I think
I have to open that, right? Like I can't sit on that for $50.
What if you for a chance at $1 million?
Dude, right? Come on. That's like a free lotto ticket. I know.
So hold on though.
For a chance at David McConnor, like you cannot turn that down.
No.
That's life-changing money.
Yeah.
I don't even know the guy's name anymore. Like it's so ingrained in my head. But
that Larry David 101 is going to set records.
First of all, congratulations on the win.
Thank you. Yeah.
Second of all, I'd like to rewind. How long had it been since you razzed?
Back to our initial question.
Well, I want to say it's about 3 months.
About 3 months.
Yeah.
Okay. So
plus or minus.
Okay.
Like,
what I want to serious question. How long has it really been?
So wait, 3 months.
I'm blown
Wait,
away.
Okay, so now I have two questions. What was the last Raz that you did 3 months ago that made you say, I'm done?
It was actually a card for the guy sitting across from me right now, Ricky.
Oh.
It was the Barry Sanders,
You sent
something
that
out
to
of
me.
Panini 101, Panini, whatever.
One. I think it's just one
yeah,
in football.
For football, yeah.
And that checks out. And
that just made you so mad. You're
Was
just
that
like,
3 months?
I'm
That
done.
might have only been 2 months.
Was it since we got going back on
know.
the show?
It's
I
way
want to
back
say
on
it was August.
Oh, it might have been a while ago. Yeah. Anyway, but see, I think of others, and so that yeah.
So you're done with that. Now you fast forward to just recently.
Yeah.
You said this was like your third one. What was the first one that you bought back into?
It was a Jordan rookie.
Okay, what were you doing when you came across it? Did you search for it? Were you scrolling? Were you sitting on the John and
Did
you
you
lost
have
a blackjack?
I'd like to know if pants were on.
Yes. I want all the details.
I actually don't remember, but I was probably in bed. I
Okay.
usually do wear pants.
Oh, that's kind of boring.
It is kind of boring.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably did have my glasses on with bedhead. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're scrolling or you search for it or what's going
I
on?
just scroll. I mean, I'm still in a lot of these groups, right?
On
I just
Facebook.
I just like watching the cards that
and
go
you
by.
saw it.
Yeah.
And what made you think, this is it? I'm coming out of retirement.
It was Jordan.
So like there's nothing like, give me something here. There's got to be something. Or is it just like, hey, it's a Wednesday. Why not?
Why not? Exactly. I mean, sometimes you just, I don't know, you get worn down seeing these cards go for like, cheap value. You're like, hey, maybe I'll win that Jordan rookie card for $1.
So the wind was blowing your balls in the right direction and
something like
say la vie.
As the saying goes.
As the saying goes.
So is this the type of thing, first thing in the morning, you said bedhead, or are we talking end of the night? Woo, what a day. Let's
a little bit of both, that's generally, I'm usually too busy to scroll at work unless it's really slow.
Right.
Slow is a 4-letter swear word.
Yeah, you don't say that.
You don't say that.
You don't say that.
Like anytime I bring out my headphones or like take my phone and like actually start doing something fun, like watching a baseball game, it just all hell breaks loose. It's definitely not during the day at work. Can't get anything fun done.
Okay, so there's no epic return like, hey, I got this money. I just won 20 grand on.
No, sadly. It's very unexciting. My life is very boring right now. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, you just won 3 boxes in a Raz. Like,
yeah, for $50. I mean,
and you're getting married.
Yeah, well,
and you're doing a podcast with your best buds.
And
you had Taco Bell.
Yeah.
What more do you want?
Yeah, what else could he ask for?
I'll tell you what Tim wants. Tim wants some blackjack in his life.
I think he does.
Yes and no. Stay tuned.
Well, if you want to hear about Timmy's blackjack, it sounds so dirty when I say it that way.
Timmy's BJ.
Tim, to hear and see it.
Thank you.
Oh.
You need to check out our
OnlyFans.
Or our YouTube page if you don't want to pay the OnlyFans subscription to see Tim's feet. No, check us out on our YouTube page. You're going to get to hear and see Tim's betting corner.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear that Tim may have a doozy for us this week. All right.
I'm excited for it. I've got it ready to go as soon as we're done here.
Hey, I'm ready. Let's dive into it.
That was a bad pad, but I tried.
I appreciate the effort. Well, hasn't been another fun show for Chad and Tim. This is Ricky, the Connor McConnors, wishing all of you a one of one night.
You know what we forgot to get to?
What?
You got a little something right here.
I do. I brought in a couple of cards for our hit corner. I thought I'd just bring in a couple of random cards every show and we could display them as we see fit. This first card that I brought in is a 2022 Matthew Stafford Kaboom.
I like that one a lot.
Thank you. I did not like it at first when I got it. It's a horizontal Kaboom card. And I don't know. To me, it just didn't seem like the traditional Kabooms.
Nice show, Tim.
And wasn't a huge fan of it. But as it has sat out in a very protected from the sun area in my house, every time I walk into the room, I like it more and more. So I'm big on
shiny.
it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a great card.
And then my other cards, this is a mosaic 2020 Panini Mosaic Football. The insert is Flea Flicker. This is a paralleled number to 15. And the story behind this, it's the Indianapolis Colts, Edgerrin James, Peyton Manning, and Reggie Wayne. They highlighted
such a deadly trio.
Yeah, they highlighted a quarterback, a receiver, and a running back. And most of the cards have like a much older quarterback and a current receiver. And so like it's not like it wasn't three players that played together. They just were three players that played on the Broncos at some point, right?
Okay.
The Lions had Barry, Stafford, and Calvin Johnson.
Oh, could you imagine that trio? Oh,
and this number out of 5 to 15 is light blue in the center. And it would have matched the Lions perfectly.
Yeah.
I've seen one of them go for sale for about $150.
Yeah.
Thought about it for an hour and it was gone.
This is such a good looking card.
I was so pissed that I've been searching for number to 15 cards since.
Just any out of 15
This
cards.
is the closest that I can come of a decent card from that set. So if anyone comes across the 2020 Mosaic Football Flea Flicker number to 15 Lions, I will trade you. And if you're into the Colts, get at me.
Wet Wednesday.
Wet Wednesdays.
Wet Wednesday.
We ended there.
Oh, and before we get to your story, Tim, I have to tell you.
All right, Timmy.
Yeah.
We're post show. You guys good? You need a break?
No, I'm good.
Need a little breather?
No, we're good.
All right. So here's the only thing, and I want you guys to tell me this. When I showed some of these videos earlier, it seemed like it froze on here, but as I looked at your cameras, it looked good. So I'm worried about that as we pull up the blackjack. So let me go ahead and add it. Tell me if it shows up.
It's showing.
Okay. Did it pause?
Now it did.
Okay, so a little bit of a lag.
Oh, no, it paused a minute ago. You can hit unpause and I'll tell you when.
Okay, so we've got about 4 minutes of footage here.
Okay.
It goes fast.
Yeah, the hands are quick. Yeah.
So I don't know if you want to try and narrate it or if you want to just give the general gist. Tim, I think I've got like the first couple hands and then I cut out the middle and then we got like the last 3 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, if there's anything interesting or like a thought process behind it or like a swear word or two, I'll let it fly.
Okay. So set the stage though for what in the world is even going on here.
Man, yeah. So this is if gambling were illegal in Utah, there's this interface that allows you to play casino games such as blackjack, slot machines, and various things like baccarat. But I go with blackjack. That's my jam. And pretty standard interface. You can bet anywhere from $1 to $100. And
like you do.
Like, is this the guy that you reached out to up your limit?
Yeah.
How many times have you reached out to him and told him his computer AI is such bullshit and cheating?
I'm about to, but these are it's kind of rough.
So it goes quick. Your balance is up top.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, in units, imaginary units. 12:24 a.m. or p.m.
Great question.
Oh, I think that was a.m. That had to have been a.m. Yeah.
Whoa, he says.
He's even blown away.
Yeah. Blackout blackjack. Yeah.
All right, should we go ahead and fire this up? Let's see if this works.
I'm curious to see.
Okay, so I'm going to hit play. Let's see how quickly this can go. Is it going?
No, I don't see.
Not yet.
Do you see the video? His video, Tim?
You're not seeing it?
I'm not seeing it on your
computer. Let's exit this out here. Let's see what
now
we can do.
See it.
Now you can see it?
Now I can.
Okay, very good. Let's give this a try again. Are we moving along?
No, I don't see it.
No, I'm not seeing it. Damn.
Can we share just your screen?
I don't know.
But then the audio goes through that mic.
Mhm.
That camera doesn't.
Let's do this. Let's give this a second. How are we looking here? Anything?
Just a yellow screen for me.
Yeah.
Based on my phone.
Yeah, and I'm watching on the YouTube stream, and it's just paused. Well.
And it's just a yellow screen?
Can you see like the game on YouTube?
Initially, I could.
Okay, so let's pull this off again, and I'm just going to let it roll this time as opposed to stopping.
No. Nada.
No. Devastating. We almost made it through.
That would have been fun.
Can the three
Give
of
it
us?
just a few more seconds.
Wow.
The downside of a live stream. And we tease this the entire way, too. How devastating is that?
Joke's on you guys.
It's like our cold stops.
Yeah, seriously. Let's see if... let's give it a second here and see if it wants to maybe download or do something like that. Let me try one other thing while we're doing that. If you guys want to pad for just a second. You guys could literally talk about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim.
No, I mean, so...
What's going on? What's going on with Tim?
I may have hit my cap this week.
Oh, up or basement or ceiling?
Basement, yeah.
Oh.
On a Wednesday.
Oh.
It's a little rough. I thought baseball was going to go okay, you know?
That brings a new meaning to hump day.
Yeah, it was a butt hump day.
Oh. I think I know what the problem is, guys. I think we're working on something.
Oh, yeah, he wasn't laughing at that, huh?
No.
I'm picturing you from that commercial with the
Okay, here we go. There we go.
Oh, no. All right.
There we're going, Tim.
Yeah.
We're firing away.
Oh, no. I don't know if this is good or bad. This is probably bad.
Tell us what's going on, Tim.
All right. So my standard wager I start off with is usually about $50, sometimes 100 if I'm getting feisty.
Fast hands. Real fast.
Hands.
You
Yeah.
collected $100 on the last one. Place your bets. You're going to see your total up at the top. So we're about 2,200.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, King Deuce, though.
Oh,
A little bit of a lag, it looks like, on my end. But
Okay.
yeah, the dreaded King 2 versus a King showing. Got a hit. I usually get a fat, juicy 10. And, 2 plus 8 still adds up to 10. So that was fun.
Okay.
So what's going through your mind in this as this is transpiring?
No, I mean, I just get a little frustrated when the dealer makes a garbage hand into a good one. Here's a double down. That's how I expect all my double downs to go, is like anytime it's like a 10 versus a dealer 6 or a 5 showing, I expect to win.
Yeah.
And, most people expect to win because those are the value hands that you get out of blackjack.
Oh, did he hit a 20?
Yeah.
What does Tim got?
Yep. So I got a fat, juicy 13, and the dealer made a 20 out of a 6 showing. So I think this is where the session started to go downhill a little bit. You can buy insurance when the dealer's showing an ace at prevent the
How much
L.
is insurance?
Yeah, 50%, so half of whatever you put out there. I usually don't buy it because, dealer blackjacks are not that common.
I'm sorry. Chad, can you just pull your pants up and start doing that? It's really distracting.
Okay. So I have a question here, Tim. These
Yeah.
hands are going so fast.
Yeah.
Are you doing this on purpose?
No.
Like, can you control the speed of this, or is it just
This
going
is
to
like
go fast?
normal speed for this app. They actually have a faster option, but usually it
What?
lags. So
Okay, I
Yeah.
think I can start and stop this. So let's see what we got here.
Yeah.
Maybe.
maybe.
It's working.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are you seeing here? You
I've
seeing
seen-
Tim's got 20?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. 20 against an 18. Quick winner. That's
Yeah.
good. Take down some money.
Yeah. The no thinker hands. Those are nice.
Yeah. Now you got a 15 against a king. You bust. You give it right back. Not ideal.
Nope. The tough part with this too is it doesn't tell you how many decks it's dealing from or when it's shuffling.
So
Tim,
you
it's all rigged, bro.
So you couldn't count.
Yeah, Tim wants to count.
I do.
So here you
Yeah.
got a 13 against a 6.
Yeah.
Oh, they hit a 20.
Yeah. And this is where you just start screaming inside.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously those hands happen and you just try to shrug it off and go on to the next
15 against a 4. You bet 100 on this one.
one. Wow. I mean, I figure, you lose a couple hands at a lower bet, you bump it up, and expect to win the next one.
You get an 18. Sticking it right to
you. Where are you sitting while doing this? In bed or on the shitter?
No, this is at 12:32 now, right? I'm squarely in bed.
So let's pause just for a second. You were at 2,200. You're down to 17, now 1,600.
Yeah, it's getting ugly.
Not so good.
No, so for frame of reference, I get capped at minus 1,000 or plus 1,000. And the goal is always plus 1,000, right. I've done that a couple times.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
The goal's plus 1,001.
Yeah. Yeah, or 1,025, if you double down, right, or 1,050. But once I drop to about minus 500 on the session, you start getting a little antsy. You're like, fuck. There's just no other way.
We got to bleep that on the YouTube, or what does that do?
I don't think so. I think we're okay.
F me,
We'll figure it out.
I'll keep it a family show.
Yeah, I kind of led you down that path. I'm sorry. I watched my
Ricky's got his hot poker.
Yeah. Now, is Princess Timmy in bed with you, I assume?
Yes. Yeah, usually
awake or asleep?
It depends,
Does she know about this?
I can never tell. Yeah, I'm sure she knows.
I can never tell.
I'm sorry, Ricky. What does that mean?
I'm not sure. I don't have the privacy screen on my phone anymore, right? So you can usually see what I'm doing. So I have to assume she's a fairly observant person.
But there's not a conversation hey, I'm going to win $1,000 in blackjack right now.
No,
that's we both know Tim way too well. She's in bed sitting next to him, having a perfectly normal conversation. He is perfectly engaged in that conversation. And as the time goes on, he is turning more and more short to one-word answers.
Look at the smile on his face. He knows it's true.
I have pegged you.
I do not stay on my phone while we're either having a conversation or eating a meal or
having sex.
On a wet Wednesday.
But no, that's what I'm curious about. If you're sitting there, and I completely agree with you. You lose $500, any of us are going to be in a terrible mood.
Oh yeah, I'm not happy at that point.
How do you contain it and not let Princess Timmy know what is going on?
Well, she's always said, it's fine that you gamble, just don't lose too much.
Okay.
I don't know what too much is to her yet, but I have to imagine that these numbers are approaching that.
Can I give you some advice, Tim?
Yeah.
Don't ask her to define it.
No.
It's best in marriage to just find mess around with it until you jump over that line, that border, and
we'll see. I know.
I think things get juicy right here.
Oh,
as if they haven't been already. I think so. So Tim was dealt a 12 against a dealer's 3.
Okay.
And Tim, you just hit a 7 for a smooth 19 against a 3.
Yeah, I hate these hands. It's 12 versus 12. You just have to decide if you're going to hit or stand all the time. And I get indecisive. I just, when the session's going bad, I tend to hit these hands because I don't want to at least, I don't want to risk losing if I don't hit. So,
and it's $100. So let's see what happens. The dealer, a 2, a king, an ace, and a 4. I cannot add that quickly. A 20.
Yeah.
A 5-card 20.
Yeah. No,
just like that kick in the nuts.
When that card hit, you're telling me you just sat like a church mouse next to your fiance.
No, I'm getting a little heated at this point.
Okay.
But I've seen worse things in life. And,
Tim's seen some things.
Point of reference: Tim's Tales from the Crypt, episode 1.
So it takes a lot to phase me, but that one was pretty infuriating.
That
right?
was brutal.
You hit a 12 and you actually make a decent hand.
And I'm being dead serious. I'm not trying to mock what you're going through. Do you get up and take a lap around the apartment?
Yeah, does it phase you?
No. Does the video stop? No.
It doesn't. That's true. I had to pause it. And then the very next hand, you get dealt king, and of course, you've got an 8, they've got a king, and you lose.
Tim has mastered having the mind of a goldfish, as Ted Lasso would
really
say.
Has.
No, you guys think I'm making it up when I can't remember stuff. I'm pretty sure my brain has developed this defense mechanism where, good or bad, I just flush it.
You're just, and plus you're rallying them so quick, too, that...
You just expect to keep going and expect it to go the other way.
Oh, man. Okay, so what are we sitting at here?
So we're down quite a bit here. That was a $100 hand. That might have been the last one.
Yeah.
You're down to $1,560 on your balance now.
Mm-hmm.
That might have been the last one. Let's see. It's still rolling.
No, so I'd be down like 700 at this stage.
I
from where
think so.
started. Yeah.
But I want to say this was the end. At least it's the end of the video.
So that last one was the 5-card 20.
That's
what the second to last one.
One of the last ones. Yeah.
Oh my! Because nothing's worse. Tell me if I'm wrong about this.
Yeah.
As soon as you get beat on a card like that, a hand like that, I don't care if you are Tim gambling regularly, and I'm not putting any definitions on that, or Chad who maybe hits a table every 5 years. Like, it doesn't matter if you get beat on a hand like that. The first thing you want to do is play 10 more hands. This mother effer, I'm going to get them back. And they basically said, no, you're going to lose. And there's the door.
Yep.
Yeah, basically.
See you tomorrow, bud.
I don't think I could handle that.
No, so I should have recorded the session before this one, the night before, because I think I ended on hands that went something like, I had a blackjack, dealer flips over a blackjack, like I had king, and then, the dealer has, king jack or something. And then, like I have a 17, the dealer magically pulls over a 17.
Of course.
Right? And so it was like, push, and then like lose for like the last, ending stretch. And so that got me a little bit. That's where you start thinking that this stuff's rigged.
Well, and how many times have you thought, at least I have all the time, even in Vegas, when you're sitting at a table and you lose, you're like, man, this thing is so rigged. Like, I don't know how, but like, you're totally rigging this.
Oh,
like,
yeah. It's always against you, right?
Like, always.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine being in Tim's shoes, sitting there in my bed and just saying, all that's left is for me to roll over, close my eyelids.
Yeah, then you just have to go back to your day.
Oh, what a night.
Yeah.
I don't know how you do it, man.
And it's just, whatever. You just flush it from the memory and you try again the next day.
Because you do have, you show us all the time, you do have sessions where you go and it's quite the opposite. So if you're going to take those, that kind of goes with the territory, I guess.
Right. So there's going to be ups and downs. So you mentioned how fast these are getting dealt, right? Like at a live game, the pit bosses actually watch you enough that, if you're winning a lot while the game's going fast, they'll usually motion over to one of the dealers that's just kind of hanging out. And almost always it's a slower dealer.
The cooler.
Yeah, the cooler, right? Or they'll just randomly start, they'll open up a new pack of cards when, the cards that are being dealt are in plenty fine condition, right? They have these little tricks, it seems like, and it's frustrating.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, well, are you going to record more of those? I'd sure would love to see it.
Yeah, just not this week because
why?
Yeah, because I bumped up against one of those little floors.
Oh, fair. Yeah, no, you don't. No, don't rush back into this. But just next time you feel the urge, let's get another recording.
Okay, one last gambling type thing here before I'm done, at least. Excuse me. I was having a conversation with the wife.
Mm-hmm.
Before you get married, bachelor party
is maybe not.
Like,
I don't know.
Where's Vegas on this radar? Is it a hard no? Is it a hard yes? Is it a maybe? Like,
it's a yes as long as I don't lose too much.
But I have not been able to control you in that endeavor.
No, I mean,
would it be my responsibility if we did that?
Yep.
This is an honest to God question.
No, it's always on me. Like, I own my stuff.
No, it's on whoever's running the bachelor party. Everyone knows that.
For that night only, right?
Yeah.
No, we'd have to set some ground rules, right? Like, I leave all my cards at home and bring X amount of cash with me.
Yeah.
And then
I mean, they do have good food in Vegas. And the food is what I would think of for you.
Food and shows. Like if we spent money on U2 at the Sphere instead, I'd be
that seems like that would be up your alley.
I'd be very happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's the key is
and the main stage at the Las Vegas card show.
No.
With the three guys.
They loved us last time.
They did. That was fun. Yeah.
All right. Well, did we get any feedback on Tim's bad beat?
Oh, yeah. People were liking it.
Right. Are there poker cards like Poker Stars on cards? And would Tim collect? Oh, yeah. That's an interesting question, Ismail.
Read
on
it.
YouTube. It's cutting me off for some reason.
So it says, are there poker cards like poker stars on cards?
That's an
And would
interesting
Tim
question.
collect them?
That's a really interesting question. And I'm embarrassed that we haven't thought of that.
I would collect a Brad Owen card. He is a very famous YouTube vlogger.
Yeah.
And he has come up from nothing. And he is now playing in like the main events of the World Poker Tour.
Really?
And making the final table. He won 150 grand like last month. His videos just came out. Super famous, very likable guy. I would, at least from what he shows, I don't know anything about him personally. I would collect his card.
Is he recording while he's playing?
Yeah. Yeah. So he uses his phone. He flips
Uh-huh.
up and then he narrates afterwards.
Yeah.
And he's a very good narrator.
Yeah.
It's very enjoyable to watch.
Yeah. No, those channels or feeds have actually gotten pretty popular, but
Mm-hmm.
that'd be interesting, because it's like you're filming and recording, at the table, but, other players, I think that bothers them a lot, even though it's...
They have to get permission for it.
Yeah.
So I would say give me Brad Owen, Ismail, give me Phil Hellmuth, prison used handcuff. I'm sure he's gone to jail. Give me a Phil Ivey death stare.
Yeah.
And then give me a piece of the Chris Moneymaker glasses from that initial World Series of Poker that really took off.
Yeah, I'm
Texas
going Chris
Hold'em.
Moneymaker for sure. I want the old guy. Who's the old guy?
Doyle Brunson.
Doyle Brunson.
Yeah, he passed away just recently. Yeah.
Also, those cards will be
relics.
Yeah, those would be only going up.
Yeah, that's interesting because, for every character that player you just rattled off, I mean, there's like 90 other really annoying players that you would just never want the time of day for, just like every checklist.
Mike the Mouth.
Yeah, Madison.
Oh, yeah.
He's in my list.
What about the guy from Rounders? Don't splash the port.
Malkovich.
Yeah.
You get like fictional cards. Right?
Yes.
That would be fun.
Yeah, I'd collect those.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Is that it?
Yeah,
I think so. Let's call it a night.
We'll be back next Thursday.
Yes.
Right on the YouTube for everyone joining. Thanks for joining us and watching us here. We appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, please make sure to like, subscribe, turn on your notifications. I try and get out notifications the same day that we're going to go live. Sometimes it's tough. But thanks for joining and take care, guys.